Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, one of the areas that we don't talk as much about, and I do have a very good friend that is so intimate with this water, and that's CHAUMONT Bay. This is a gigantic water bay out of Lake Ontario that all the different species from Lake Ontario sort of travel into this water at one time or another through the year. And it offers some of the finest fishing we have in all of northern New York. And it's not that far away from all of us listening. It's just an hour or so away from just about every place in our area. But CHAUMONT Bay has wonderful, wonderful fall fishing. A lot of these fish from Lake Ontario start coming into the bay this time of the year. You know, in the wintertime, people travel from all over to come to CHAUMONT Bay to fish for walleyes and lake trout. So just know that we have this incredible fishery right in our back door, and I don't talk about it enough. And this month in October is phenomenal bass fishing in CHAUMONT Bay. This is when the weeds are dying, and the bait fish, you know, a lot of times the bait fish can find shelter and comfort in the heavy weeded areas. But as these weeds die, it's possible for the predator fish to catch them in between weed areas. Right now, they don't have a lot of places to hide. A lot of times they'll ball themselves up into a bait ball as sort of protection as well. But, you know, if you're part of some great big thing, your chances of getting hit are less than if you're swimming out there alone. So this must be the innate thought. I don't want to say thought, but this is what must drive some of these bait schools. They school up and they have more protection than being alone. But just remember, right now, CHAUMONT Bay is a fantastic place to plan your fall fishing. You don't know, you could catch 5 and 6 pound bass in there. And there's both smallmouth and largemouth, but there's also now the thought of these giant walleyes from Lake Ontario moving into the bay. And there are native fish. By native, I mean fish that live in the CHAUMONT Bay all year long. They don't just have to be travelers that come in out of the lake. They may have come there at one point and stayed. But you've got so many miles of shoreline, and essentially every single extension along the shoreline becomes a point where you can expect to catch fish. Any of these spots that jut out can become a fish magnet. So if you haven't fished CHAUMONT Bay, you ought to plan on trying it this fall. It's a wonderful waterway, and I believe it might become your very favorite place to go in the future. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.